everyone, my name is Emma, this is Emma Rose and Books, and I thought that this week I would share with you some of my lockdown favourites. I used to do favourite videos, well I did them for like a few months and I did them monthly, and I don't think I've done one since the beginning of the year. I can't really remember, but it got to a point where I felt like I was just like saying the same things, so yeah, I haven't done one in a bit, but I thought it would be really interesting at the moment to talk about some of the things that I found that are sort of getting me through lockdown, some of the things that I've been enjoying, and do let me know in the comments some of your favourites, and hopefully some of these might be like good recommendations for you, I don't know, but obviously I'll link below what I can. Some of my links are affiliate links if they're for like books and things like that, but that's clearly not, so that just means that I get a finder's fee at no extra cost to you, so yeah, but that is explained in the links below. Anyway, I'm going to go through like some activities and some TV and some music and stuff, and yeah, hopefully you might find some stuff in there that can keep you entertained. I don't know, I can't speak today. Does anyone find that? There's certain days where they're like, oh, always the days when I'm filming, hey? Right, so the first one that I've been enjoying is just having creative time, because so initially when we went on lockdown, so I've got 3 children at home, I was having to homeschool them, so all the time when I'd ordinarily be creative was just out the window, and all the conditions that I needed, like I needed to have done the day's cleaning and sort of tied it up, and I'd need to have certain music on, and I'd have to be alone, I couldn't do it if other people were in the house, I'd have to have, do you know what, like all the things in order to be creative, because my work is creative, so like all that stuff that I needed in order to be able to work. So initially I was just really struggling to be creative at all, and then pretty much actually I'd say over the Easter holidays, so when I wasn't homeschooling the kids and I had a lot more free time to just kind of, if they were playing in the garden, or if my husband was doing something with them, or we were all kind of just chilling out, everybody doing their own thing, you know, like that kind of downtime, I was suddenly starting to reach for creative things a lot more, and particularly over like the last 10 days I've found every day I've just been wanting to spend loads of time being creative, which has been so nice because ordinarily I don't have an awful lot of time. So the main thing that I've been doing is playing my guitar, which for so long I've struggled to find time to practice, and so I only really play it when I'm at band rehearsals. And all the things that I've like wanted to learn for ages, I haven't had time to, I haven't been able to, I've forgotten stuff that I used to know how to play. You know how it is. I haven't been able to like write down things that I've learned, so then I forget them again, and so I just suddenly started playing through some stuff and just really enjoying looking at old songs I used to play, or like relearning little things. Like I relearned to play Martha's Harbour, which I used to know off by heart and I couldn't remember it. Trying to learn things that I've been wanting to learn for ages. So it's just been really, really lovely, and I found all of a sudden that I'll just pick up my guitar, because I have it like on a hook wall hangy thingy downstairs, picking it up and just having a little pick and putting it back, which is why it's on the wall, but I never normally have the time to actually get it down and play it. So yeah, spending time playing my guitar, working on new things, mucking about, has been really nice, and I'm thinking of live streaming some singing on here, because you know, it's just a fun thing to do, especially when I can't get out and perform or like play with my band and stuff at the moment. So that's really nice. I've also been doing lots of drawing and painting, which is partially because I'm working on illustrating a new book, but also just in general, like, and I've been doing like adult colouring books and just stuff that kind of just creative and being in the mood to make things and draw things and do, it's just, yeah, so that mood, that creative mood. But in particular, my favourite there is playing guitar, and that's just really helped with just feeling like I've done something. I'll tell you what it is as well, when I was a student, and before then, like when I was at school and everything, I used to play guitar probably for about an hour a day, and I would always be sat fiddling about with it, trying to work out new things, playing over stuff that I was into, and I just don't have the time. And that was always my personality type then. If I was bored, it'd be fiddle around, play some things, whatever. I'm never bored anymore, you know, so I don't have the time. So that's been really nice being able to do that, and I definitely want, once lockdown is over, to make sure that I make time. Will I? I don't know, but I'd like to. The next thing, it maybe is a little bit random. Where have I put it? Hold on, hold that thought. The next thing, has been Elegantly done. The next thing has been a scrunchie, which has got hair on it. That's gross. So this, I just bought this because I have a tendency to put my hair up when it's wet, and I know that it's not very good for my hair, and also because my daughter wanted a pink one for a bun and it came with a black one, so I was like, I'm having the black one. I mean, seriously, I haven't done anything with my hair since lockdown. It has just been like top knot. I've had some ridiculous top knots. Maybe I should make like a montage of how stupid my hair's been, but literally just piled on top of my head, scrunchie, because I just don't really care what I look like, and it's been delightful. So yeah, being able to just not have to spend that time like doing my hair and doing, I mean, this is the first time I wore makeup in ages, yeah, and just like whack my hair up, job done, don't have to think about it. It's been just great. So yeah, strange one, but that's been one of my favourites. My next one is the garden. I feel so fortunate that we've got garden space, especially with the kids, but being able to just go outside, tinker about. My gardens never look so tidy, to be honest. And just, yeah, spending time outside. We bought a trampoline, that's another favourite. We bought that literally just before lockdown started because we could see it was coming. So that's been great for the kids, being outside and having stuff to do. We've grown seeds. We camped in the garden, which was lovely. We camped out there for a couple of days. Just, yeah, we've just been able to spend time out there in both like enjoying it, but also doing it up and making it nice and having a nice outside space. I've just really, really enjoyed being out in the garden, which is definitely something we don't take enough advantage of. My next favourite, I couldn't decide which one, would be either cider or coffee. I couldn't decide which, and at the moment it's coffee because it's, you know, daytime. So yeah, do you know, I never used to drink tea or coffee. Well, I still don't drink tea, I think it's vile. But I never used to drink coffee at all. Yeah, it's become a worrying addiction, and actually I've been really struggling to sleep, so that might be why. But yeah, I've just been getting through life with lovely, like, cosy cups of coffee that just make you feel like, right, I'm settled, I've got my coffee. There's something very like hygge about it, isn't it? Did I say that right? I don't know. Just, yeah. And then a glass of cider of an evening, maybe on Zoom with my friends. Zoom is another favourite. That's amazing. I've had loads of Zoom conversations. So yeah, just sitting, having a glass of cider with the lovely weather. Ciders that I like fruit ciders in general. I don't really like apple ciders. At the moment I've got some pear ciders. I think they're really cheap ones. I think they're from Aldi, but they're nice. I really like the Lidl's ciders that are like, there's like a forest fruits one and like or there's one that tastes like a tango, which is very weird. There's like blood orange or something, but yeah. So yeah, cider and coffee. It's been getting me through. What can I say? And coffee, honestly, I either like really cheap instant coffee. My husband makes like cafetiere coffee, I don't like it. So this is cheap, probably from Lidl's, instant coffee, and I like it. Or I like a cappuccino in a coffee shop, but obviously that's not on offer at the moment, so I'll go with my cheap coffee, thank you. I've cut myself down from like 1 sugar to sort of 2/3 of a sugar because otherwise the amount of sugar is ridiculous. Annoyingly, as an aside, on April Fool's Day my family went all out. It was hilarious. I'll have to do a video next year because I don't really get in on it. I did a little bit, but the family did. One of the April Fools was that my son swapped my decaf coffee. Also, I've run out of decaf, which is another reason why I'm like this. Swapped my decaf coffee with the sugar, but because one pot was bigger than the other, he ended up just mixing the coffee and the sugar together, so it's really annoying, and my sugar and my coffee is still mixed. Yeah, so I haven't really run out, it's just like, anyway. So yeah, cider and coffee. My next one is running. I really want to make a video. I've done like a running tips video before, but I want to do a video reviewing the Couch to 5K app. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, because I would quite like to review it, because I love it. I'm on week 6 at the moment, and I just think it's so good. I've been really enjoying running because normally I walk a lot. So, you know, I take the kids to school. If I go on errands, I'll walk. I just walk a lot. I walk the dog, you know, so I probably normally walk like 6,000 or 7,000 steps a day, standard, and then sometimes we'll do a lot more than that. So all of a sudden I'm here, and yeah, I might walk around a bit while I like hoover, but you know, I'm not really getting that level of activity I'm used to. I already put on loads of weight over Christmas because, you know, mince pies. So not just for weight but for fitness as well. I started running. I didn't start on week 1, I started on about week 3, I think. I love it. It's really nice getting back into running again because I haven't run all winter, not at all, not a single bit since the weather went bad. So running, I've loved it. Just getting out, seeing the sights, seeing all the rainbows and the teddy bears and enjoying the quiet streets, and just going and running in the countryside. And yeah, it's been so nice. Yeah, definitely madly back into running again and loving it. The next one I've got is Planet Earth. I have never caught up with Planet Earth. I've watched Blue Planet 1 and Blue Planet 2 because the sea, but I never properly watched Planet Earth. So that's one that we've been watching with the kids as a bit of homeschool. It totally counts as science. They love it. They find it really interesting. I really like it. It'll link into another favourite in a minute, but yes, Planet Earth is one I play, I watch it, it's amazing. The next one is the birds. I never knew I was such a bird lover, but basically, has anyone else noticed that since lockdown the birds are so noisy? I don't know whether they've got noisier because they're just being like really leery because we've all quietened down, or whether it's that there's the other noises aren't, you know, you haven't got like the traffic noise and stuff, so you're noticing them, but they are so noisy and it's lovely. So I've really enjoyed, I keep noticing it. It's not just like the dawn chorus, although seriously sleeping in a tent. But just in general, I'll be walking around and it's like there's so much bird song, so the birds in general, but we've also been watching them. We've put bird feeders up. We're actually today going to make a butterfly feeder, which I'll link below because it looks really cool. I think it's from like the Wildlife Trust or something like that. And just watching the birds. We've made a little wildlife area in the gardens. The birds have been like trotting about in there. We've got all of our regulars, so we have a wood pigeon that visits our garden, we've got a robin, and we've got the others are just sort of general. There's like loads of blue tits and stuff. My baby blue tits haven't come back though. I was hoping they were going to nest again. We had them nesting last year. So yeah, we've ended up with just watch out the window so much. My kids did a whole project about garden birds. We're just a little bit obsessed, which is unusual for me because normally I don't care about birds particularly. Other than, you know, they're very nice, but I don't normally care that much. Whereas at the moment, I'm like well into them. So next is TV. So like everybody else, we got obsessed with The Tiger King. Really enjoyed that. It was crazy. Loved it. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. It's just brilliantly weird and entertaining, and yeah. It's just brilliantly weird, and yeah, just would recommend. It's on Netflix, I think. Is it Netflix? I think so. Yeah, and we then watched the old Louis Theroux, where Louis met Joe Exotic, as his like stage name is. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then now we're on to Killing Eve because that's out. So I really liked the previous series. I just think Sandra Oh's acting is just glorious as well. So I just watching her. And I can't remember the other lady, the other actor's name, I'll put it below, it's gone from my head, but they're just, it's not only the fact I think the story's really good, just those two women, their acting is sensational. So I just find myself watching being like, wow, you're so good at this. So yeah, but Sandra Oh in particular, I just think she's mesmerising. So, and her hair, seriously, she's gorgeous. So yeah, Killing Eve, I'm looking forward to getting back into that now. The next one is not in this room, so let me just go and grab it. Oh. Right, I've just finished reading, I finished it yesterday, I've just finished reading Journeys in the Wild, The Secret Life of the Cameraman by Gavin Thurston. I saw this, I'll talk about it more in my wrap-up in a couple of weeks. I saw this in the library a couple of months ago. I took a picture of it because I thought it looked quite cool. But at the time I had too much to read, and then when the libraries were closing, I was like, I get all the books, I'll get that one I took a picture of, so I grabbed it. This is brilliant, I've really enjoyed it, and this is what ties in with Planet Earth, because he was one of the cameramen, and it's just got loads of little diary entries about filming. Sorry, my camera cut out. So yeah, I've been enjoying this book. It's got like diary entries about filming wildlife documentary. So this is where this one links into Planet Earth. So this guy filmed on Planet Earth and Blue Planet, and it's just fascinating, all these little kind of stories about how they captured the footage, and like explaining bits about various different creatures and all these encounters with things like gorillas and monkeys and ants and whales, and it's, yeah, really, really good. It comes across very British. I kind of don't know how to explain it other than that. It's also it's split up in, it's like diary entries, so you can just read a little bit of it, even though it's quite a big book really. It's 400 odd pages. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that excellent book. And I would definitely recommend. Next up, I finally downloaded the Happy Mum, Happy Baby podcast. I was aware of it, I just never listened to it. I really like podcasts and I thought I'd give this one a go. Yeah, I know it's well known, but yeah, just would recommend. I've really enjoyed it. I really like the Prue Leith one. She just seems so lovely and really interesting, and yeah, it's just, you know, people on it aren't necessarily, like, they're all in different phases. So Prue Leith is a grandmother, you know, and just talking about family, and everybody's different. And I think Giovanna Fletcher is a really good interviewer. She seems very kind of kind, and just, yeah, it just has like quite a lovely feel to it. It's just, you know, quite a warm podcast. So I've been enjoying that one and would definitely recommend it. Music wise, I've been listening to a little bit of all sorts of stuff. I've been enjoying quite a folky kind of laid back vibe, so I've been listening to things like Erykah Badu and Beth Orton and Newton Faulkner and Jose Gonzalez, probably because I'm getting into playing guitar again, so I'm liking all that vibe. It also reminds me of being at uni and hanging out with all my girlfriends, like with like fairy lights up and maybe like eating a Thai curry and, you know, I don't know, I can just like visualise us all hanging out together, and you know, the lights are low and we're just chatting and gossiping, there's just some cool music. Like, it just reminds me of that kind of vibe as well, particularly Erykah Badu. That reminds me of a trip to Bath that we once had, and us all hanging out and listening to Baduism. So yeah, other than that, I have been as I say, I really would recommend Zoom. It's allowed me to talk to lots of people and have like conference calls. I'm supposed to be on one right now, so I'd best go. And like, yeah, meet with people, keep in touch with people as groups. But also I've done karate lessons on Zoom, so that's been really cool. I've used House Party as well, so that I've never used those kind of things before. I normally just use like video calling on Messenger. So yeah, that's been really interesting. Really interesting trying to do karate on a screen. I suppose a lot of our sports have got like that, because we've been doing Joe Wicks as well, and that's you know, that's been on the telly. So, but actually seeing something like interacting and they can see you, and sometimes we plug it into the TV so they're talking to us, and it's like, oh, it's weird and brilliant. And I'm kind of fascinated by how all that stuff is going to develop after lockdown, and whether technology will be different. I talked about it a bit with my sister in the interview that I put up last week, but just like, is that going to mean that people are going to be offering more online services kind of stuff? So yeah, all that technology thing's been really interesting too. Anyway, those are the things that have been getting me through lockdown. So lots of kind of activities and chilling and Zoom. So yeah, let me know what your faves have been during lockdown, what's getting you through this time. I hope you're all alright. And you're bearing up. Do leave me comments, as I say, let me know what your faves are and how you're getting on. Let's have a bit of a chat, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already for this kind of content and writing stuff. You know, it's mostly bookish stuff, but occasionally there's stuff like this, so yeah, do subscribe. And I'm nearly 1,000 subscribers, that's nuts. So yeah, is there anything else to say? Links to lots of things are below. I think that's probably it. So yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all for another video soon. Take care.